Friends, welcome back to another episode. I am Mydigitallawyer, your digital lawyer. I'm an intellectual property law expert and a business law expert. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks for sharing my videos. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your feedback. I see all of them and I do appreciate it. I've attended to some questions already, and I'll attend to others subsequently as time goes on. Thank you. So you all know about rights of a musician, you know the rights of an artist, you know about the rights of authors, the rights that authors have. Yes, these are all copyrights. Yes, you've heard of copyright before, right? So that's the subject of discussion in today's video. I can't wait to have you join me in the next couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Right, I'm a Mydigitallawyer, like I said earlier, an intellectual property law expert. So welcome back. Today we're talking about copyright. So copyright simply is another branch of intellectual property, and copyright deals with literary work, artistic work, sound recordings, podcast, cinematograph, other works that are probably not written down, like computer programs too. Depends on your own nationality. So we'll focus on the Berne Convention, which is like the oldest, not even like the Berne Convention is the oldest law on copyright, and it is the law that protects literary and artistic works. So literary works simply are works just like literature, works of literature, works that are written down basically. So an author's work is a literary work, writer's work is a literary work, and literal design is under these can be protected. So it's really a wide range. If you go through Article 2 of the Berne Convention, a list, it has a full list of works that are capable of copyright protection, like works down in an encyclopedia, like textbooks, written textbooks, like songs, adapted works, reproduced works. It's a really long list. You can check it out. Basically, copyright is that exclusive right you have as an author to use your work, to allow the reproduction of your work, to allow your work to be reproduced, to be broadcasted. It's that exclusive right you have as an author, as an artist, as a songwriter, name it, so long as it is expressed. Yes, it has to be in a fixed form. That is the thing about copyright. So once you have an idea, let's say you have a painting in your head, you feel like, oh, I want to paint this. It's your idea, it's new, probably new, nobody has thought of painting such before, and then you do not paint it, you do not have copyright. Yes, no one can go into your brain, no one can go into your mind to know what invention or what you want to write, not an invention, what idea you have. So what copyright needs is for you to express that idea of yours in a fixed form. All you need is record that work, or you write it down. Yes, and that is when your work is protected. Basically, you want to just show proof. How do you prove that this work is yours? So best thing is for you to fix it, put it in a form of expression that people can see and identify that you are the owner of that work. As simple as that. So another part of the Berne Convention is it talks about derivative works. Now this is really important because when there's an original work that's protected by copyright and somebody else uses that work as a foundation for his own work, for their own work rather, when somebody else uses that work as foundation for their own work, like maybe they make an improvement on the original work, or they adapt it into another form, probably record it or broadcast that original work and make some amendments, right? Such works are called derivative works, and that derivative work on its own or in itself is a subject of copyright protection. However, you must of course recognize the original owner of that work it's as simple as that. Just recognize the real author, the first author, the person that inspired you. Let's say the person inspired you, right? So you have to recognize the first author of that work, and then recognize them, and then that's your new improvement. You have to show some level of creativity. You don't just copy and then you say you're deriving, is your new work, is a derivative work. There must be some level of creativity. It should be shown that you have expended some form of industry, from some form of creativity into this new work. For instance, you have your encyclopedias, right? There are words that other people already have copyright to, but this collection, the manner of arrangement, maybe alphabetically, the means of discovering the meanings, the means of writing out those meanings, the means of collection, that new creativity, irrespective of the fact that each of those individual works collected together in that encyclopedia are subjects of copyright separately. So you are entitled to your own copyright protection. Also, when there's a translation of one's work, you watch series a lot, right? Like this, most of these popular series out there, maybe they are made in Spanish. The original work was recorded in Spanish language, and then somebody else does a new recording, translates that work. So the original work has copyright protection, right? This new work, this new owner that is trying to derive his work, that derives his work from the original work, derives the original owner first, and then secondly, this derived work is also a subject of copyright, because is the author, the creator of that work actually took his time to interpret this work, to interpret the work from the original work to a different language. So it's as simple as that. One important feature of copyright, just like every other intellectual property right, is the exclusivity, the exclusive right that the owner, the author, the creator, the copyright owner has to use his work, to reproduce his work, to sell his work, to license his work, to assign his work. It's an exclusive right. He has that right to use his work to the exclusion of every other member of the public. That's what copyright is. But bear also in mind that this is not forever. It doesn't last forever. Depending on your this depends on your own national laws. So there are countries where the copyright in a particular work lasts till the lifetime of the author or to the lifetime of the owner, plus 70 years or 50 years or 95 years after the death of the author. This is going to be subject of another discussion because it's really broad. I don't want to just clump it all up together. You also want to know what type of rights you have as a copyright holder or owner. You have two major types of rights. You have the moral rights and you have the economic rights. So just like the name implies, moral rights is the right you have to your work, to show that, to ensure that anyone that uses this work or talks about this work or reproduces this work acknowledges you as the original owner. It's inbuilt, it comes with the fact that you are the owner of the work, so that's your moral right. Also, the right to not use the work in a manner that you do not approve of. If your work is going to be translated or used for maybe pornography or something immoral that you're not really interested in, you have the right to say, no, don't use my work. That's moral right. Then the other type of right is economic rights. Who doesn't want to make money from their creativity? I mean, content creators, any type of creator, copyright owner or holder as the case may be, you want to make money from it, right? Sometimes you go to the internet, you want to download some people's work and they tell you, hey, it's $9, or they tell you, hey, you can't download this work until you pay. Yeah, that's where the economic benefits come from. That's the economic right. They have the right to enjoy every money that comes out from their work. Even royalties for musicians, for musical artists, that's where they get their money from too. So that's an economic right. So these are basically the two types of rights. I'll discuss these rights in another segment. It's really broad so that you all can understand, particularly those that are interested in making money off their copyright. So you also want to bear in mind that this is just the general information on copyright, because when you want to talk about copyright, you will need to check your own specific laws. Like in the United States, they have their own copyright laws. In India, they have their own copyright laws. In Nigeria, we have our copyright law, which is the Copyright Act, right? So you want to be specific about your own law. You check your own local attorney, your own local laws too. Contact your attorney in your state to check out your own local laws to know what applies to you in your state. However, generally, most nations subscribe or are member states to the Berne Convention. The Berne Convention, which is the law on protection of literary and artistic works, is the oldest law on copyright. Once you're a member state to this treaty, then it applies to you, right? And another law is the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization Copyright Treaty. This particular law was created basically for the protection of digital forms of work, digital works that need protection. You know, most times the origination of copyright is usually the analog. It started from the analog forms, works that you can see, but these days it's a digital world we live in right now. People upload things via the internet and download via the internet, so there's need for protection of such works, digital forms of work, and that's where WIPO Copyright Treaty comes in. Well, this is going broad right now. However, I would like to stop here. I hope with this video you already understand what copyright is. This video is intended to teach you the general structure of copyright, what it is, right? So we'll talk about every other thing, some stuff like the enforcement, like infringement, like other rights, related rights to copyright. We'll talk about that in other videos. There are so many videos, so do well to share this video to your friends. Hit the like button if you like this video. Yes, please hit the like button if you like this video, and you can also send your concerns or your questions. If you have any questions whatsoever, send me a mail. My mailbox is open. Send me a mail, mydigitallawyer@gmail.com, or you can follow me on social media where I get to post content daily, quality content for business law and intellectual property law related issues. I post here. I'm more frequent on social media. On Instagram, I am at Mydigitallawyer, and on Twitter, I am at Mydigitallawyer with double L. It's down the screen. You should see that right now. And on Facebook, I am Digital Lawyer. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell to get more videos on intellectual property law and business law. I am Omotayo Alemere once again. Thanks for watching.